Hello, hi, and welcome back to our millinery lockdown tips and tricks. So my name is Katherine Elizabeth. I run Katherine Elizabeth Milliner. I love it. I'm obsessed with hats. I've been making them for over 20, well, nearly 20 years now. And I have a shop in the Oxo Tower. It's all great. I'm in London, so I work in London. And I just thought I'd come on because we're in lockdown here in Britain right now. I thought I'd come on and actually do some millinery tips for you. So I did one on Tuesday and I'm going to do one today, and I'll do a couple next week as well. Also, I wanted to tell you about the fact that we're doing a free millinery challenge on Facebook in the Inspiring Creative Milliners Facebook group. So that's going to be great, and that's for 3 days, and that's at the end of this month. So I will put a link in below for you to sign up to that. It's all free. You can come in, meet everybody in the group, and then make hats and then show us what you're doing, and it's interactive, and we also have prizes as well. So you can join in on that. In that I'll be teaching you how to make felts, 1940s felts with a bit of a vintagey sparkles or Christmas sparkles, something or other. This is actually something that I've made. I've just pinned this on today. I wonder if you like it because I'm just fiddling with it. This is a texture that I make myself, and I can't teach you how to make that on this because it's one of my signature pieces, but I do teach you in the Millinery Business Academy, and I'm just fiddling with this today. So what do you think? Up or maybe down, a little bit of height. Put it on a headband, put it on anything else. But anyway, this is silver, so this is something you could make. What I want to show you today is some other little things. There's some sort of leaves. This is a silvery leaf you could make, and there's a little flower that we can do as well. So I just wanted to come on and teach you about that, teach you about other things, tricks, anything I can answer, anything I can help with, then please let me know. As you can see, I'm home at the moment because we're in lockdown, but if I do another video in the future once we're out of this, hi Claire, then I'll be in my shop in the studio in London. Please join the the Inspiring Creative Milliners free group, because in there you get to know me more, you get to know everybody else. If you're not already in it, I think Claire's in it already. If you're not already in it, you can go in there, and then every Monday I do Motivational Monday and things like that. Anyway, let's get on. So I'm going to tell you what we're doing today. So first thing I wanted to show you was how to make a leaf. Now I've done one out of paper. So this one here is quite nice. The light's actually quite bright coming in my window today. Bizarre. So let's get ready. So, you know, you might not be able to see it that well, but there we go. You can see the detail. So that's a really nice leaf. You can make this out of paper and make a whole paper origami piece. You can also make it out of plastic. So this is a really fun idea. Put it on my top. Do you like my top? I look like a bird today. Fun. And let's do it out of felt. So this is a piece of felt that I've just cut, just a piece, you know, this sort of shape, like this. And then what you can do, so if you've got any felt, brilliant. If you haven't, order in a cone, because when we do the millinery challenge, we're going to be doing it out of half a piece of a felt hood, wool felt. So you can get any of those, and then you can sort of make things like this to go with it. So I've got that. I've just dented it slightly so I know where my middle is. And then I'm going to cut into the middle. So you want sort of thin-ish, couple of millimeters wide, sort of little cuts. And I'm going to cut to the middle, but I'm going to try not cut any further because otherwise it will ruin it. And then I'm going to come in from the other side, and I don't want anything falling off. So I have to just sort of watch where I'm going and just cut up to it. So my side, I can't see so well the middle, but you guys can. So we just keep doing that. Also, you could put wire on these things. You could put a piece of wire up the middle. Just to help, and then that's one side, and then you just want to match it on the other side. So these are really fun and really easy things to do, to just give a bit of detail. And then when you're doing it into the centre on the other side, just make sure you're not cutting too far in, because otherwise this whole bit will fall off. So just be careful. So just try and do this really quickly for you guys. Up and then up. If you check out my YouTube channel, if you're new to it and you have a look at the other videos, I have some which I've recorded, and there's a really good one on how to make a lining for your hats, and it's a really lovely lining that I learned a few years ago, probably 15 years ago, and it's really standed me in good stead. It's a wonderful way of doing your lining. And there's lots of other videos as well. So these are just informal little lives that I'm doing to sort of help you over lockdown, but I have lots of other videos on YouTube. So there we go. I've got quite a big space in the middle there. So just because I can't see it as well doing it at this angle, that you would take a little bit more time over it. Like that. And then we can twist it, and you see how lovely that is and what effect you get. So then that can go on a piece. So say if you had something like this nice little bright button here, then you could twist that up, have wire on it to have it coming up, or you could sew it down like that. So if you had a felt button, that would work really well, or a velvet, but this is quite nice for colours. Okay, so that is one. So you can make that out of things like paper, and you can make flowers and roses and all sorts. You can do it out of plastics, you can do it out of your normal, things like that. The other one I wanted to show you was just a little bit of a flower. So this is the shape. You can see that better. And I've just roughly drawn this. So I've just got my spaces, I've got 5, I put 5 dots so I could cut from the 5 sections, and then I've just gone out and in to a point, out and in to a point. So just drawn that first, and then the other side is just a curve. So it's not exact. I don't like making things that are exact. I like them to be a bit irregular. So there we go. So you can just do that and have fun with it and just make a few pieces. So you just put a dot in the middle and then 5 dots, and then you can come out. So everything should be in odd numbers, 5s and 7s and 9s and things, and a bit uneven. So we can do that. And then what I've done is put it onto felt. So this is just a normal piece of felt, but I've got it as a sparkly piece of felt because it's great. You know, Christmas is coming up, so I just thought we'd do a bit of red sparkles. And so you can have one side as normal felt, you can have the other side as sparkly felt if you want. So you can get these easily from certain online companies. And I'm just going to cut out this shape here. So you can just quickly cut round, trying to follow the exact line. Are you guys, is anyone making anything at the moment who's watching this? Are you making anything right now? Are you in your millinery studio being creative? Let me know if you are. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. Try and do this as quick as I can for you, just to show you it's easy to cut out. This stuff is a bit like paper. There, so we've got that there. Now you can see I've just got my little lines. I just need to cut into these sections here. I'm editing a video and just having a lunch break. Hi Claire, fab. So I have to watch what I'm doing, so. Okay, so we just want one in there, one in there, one in there, one there. And then if you've got any jaggedy bits, and that's quite fun, isn't it? But if you want to cut off any of the jaggedy bits, you can, just smooth them off. Some things in millinery have to be exact, and some things you can be more experimental and have fun with it as you go. So if you see something that you like, then you can just sort of start cutting it out and playing with it and just changing it up a little bit into your own style. And then all your hats are always going to be different. So then once you've got that, then you can have sparkly side or normal felt side, and we can just fold it in. So one side in, maybe that side in, or maybe we'll just bring that side up. Oh, this is Reggie, come to say hi. He's very famous on Facebook. He hasn't actually become famous on YouTube yet because we haven't put him into YouTube videos, but he's very fluffy. If you come onto our Facebook group, then you'll see more of him. So there, we can bring that one in. We can bring them all in if you want. So then there, well, that's quite nice. That'd be quite nice and abstract. I mean, it looks like a bit Christmassy, but if you're going to spruce something up and add a little bit of sparkle to it, then it's nice to have a bit of Christmas. And with what we're going through right now with this whole lockdown, we need a bit of cheering up. So there you go. So you've got a nice little flower there with a bit of sparkle happening in the middle. Or let's turn it over and have more sparkles. I do love theatrical things and a little bit of sparkle. That's nice because then you've got the two-tone effect there. So then that can go on a headpiece. Little button one, you know, at the front, at the side, you can make roses out of it. Also, you can put little brooches in. So with that, all I would need to do is I've sort of lined them up and then I just put my needle and thread in the middle. I think it would actually be nice to have it a little bit abstract and maybe roll some of these in. Make it like a tight little roll, and then but when it unravels slightly, it will be correct. So if I wanted to just roll it in slightly, I could just do that, let it go, and then you've got a bit of a roll on the end. Also, you could pleat. So it's good to sort of start messing things up and pleating, and maybe I think this one might be more interesting actually than the other one. So it's a different way. Roll that in again, a little bit there. That one, maybe this one could come over. What could we do with this one? This one could come over, or this one could roll. Quite like them all actually coming out with a little bit of a twist, because then you get more of a 3D look. Let's twist that one in. I want to see a bit of that sparkle. Pull that in a little bit, maybe like that. This one could come behind. This one, yes, this one can roll in a little bit. On the edge. Also, you could use a bit of steam on this because it is felt, but because it's sort of more of a papery felt than our normal millinery felt, it'll actually just hold it in place. There, a little bit of roll. So there, you can just sort of fiddle around and play and see what you can get out of these shapes. And then I have a little button or a bead or a brooch or anything, which would work quite nicely with that one. And that could go on your piece. Or you could put something really more flamboyant and stick a massive brooch on it. Let's put it on the darker one. So that's quite fun. So it's easy. It's just, you know, playing around, getting a shape. You can just do this with your own imagination, or you can really, you know, do it absolutely perfect and copy it, and then change it up afterwards if you want to. So this isn't exact, you know, you'd think I'd have another one out here, but I actually wanted 5 to make it odd, and then I thought, well, that works quite nicely on the head because you haven't got anything coming down here, and then you've got more coming up the back. So it's quite a nice shape. So there you go. So that's what I want to teach you today. A little bit of a flower, a little bit of a leaf, show you my lovely headpiece. This detailing here, I think actually I'll probably put it up. This is work in progress to show you the different things you can do with millinery, and different sort of fun you can have with different trimmings and plastics and metals and all this. This is what I'm exploring and what I love, and I have been doing for a number of years. And if you go to my Katherine Elizabeth Milliner website, then you go to the sort of modernist collection, you'll see more unusual modernist pieces which are made for undulating plastics and what have I got? metal on there and things. So go and have a look at that, and there will be more coming soon. Another thing you can do is add twigs. So say if we're going to be Christmassy, if I take that off a sec, what I like to do is, you know, add a bit of a twig, go quite theatrical, a little bit crazy. Now that flower works really well with that piece. Let's bring it up again. So go and have a look at my website, go to the Modernist collection to see something a bit more unusual, and then you've got the Ascot collection with more sculptural, bigger, but more normal, but unusual shapes. Ooh. We're getting horns going on. Fun though. Yeah. So good. I love loving just getting all the bits and playing around, and I bet you do as well. So yeah, go and have a look at that. Go and have a look at my website. Also, if you go to the website Katherine Elizabeth Millinery, then you go to the challenge tab at the top, then you can link up to our challenge and you can join that, and that starts in the end of 24th, that's right, 24th of November, so the end of this month. So join in on that, and that's a free one, and we're doing felt, we're doing 1940s felt with Christmas sparkles, so sign up to that one, and then you can get to know us more and learn more. So it's katherineelizabethmillinery.com/challenge is for the Millinery Challenge, to sign up to that. You've got about a week and a half to sign up, but also you need to order in your fabrics. So I'd like everyone to order in the fabrics by next Thursday. I'm going to, if you sign up, you will get details on different places to buy from. I will be coming on again next week and doing another YouTube live and showing you something else, so please come and join that. I should have been on at 2 o'clock today, but I have to go for a meeting, so I had to change it to 1. But next week will most probably be 2 o'clock, and I'm planning on Tuesday definitely, and then maybe Thursday as well. So lovely to have you on. Thanks so much. Please put any comments below, ask any questions, and I'll come back to you, and have a lovely day. Bye.